September 4th, 1886. Skeleton Canyon, Arizona Territory, near the Mexican border. A small band of exhausted Apaches, 16 warrior, 12 women, 6 children, stands on a rocky slope. They've run for over a year, dodging 5,000 U.S. troops, crossing borders, survival on will alone. Their leader steps forward, short, wiry, scarred, eyes burning with defiance. He hands over his Winchester to General Nelson Miles. No grand battle, no last stand, just surrender, the last formal one by a Native American leader to the U.S. military. His name was Goyakala. The world called him Geronimo, the Apache warrior who fought 2 nations for 30 years and became the symbol of unbreakable resistance. You're listening to Blood on the Saddle, true stories of the men who faced empires and refused to kneel. Last week we rode with Jesse James, the outlaw who burned bright and died betrayed. Tonight we ride with the Apache medicine man and war leader who defied the United States and Mexico until the end. I'm your host, Ron Menser. Tonight, Geronimo, the last free warrior of the frontier. Let's ride. Act 1. The Forge. Born June 16th, 1829, in No Doyon Canyon, Upper Gila River country, what's now New Mexico or Arizona. His Apache name was Goyakala, one who yawns. He was Badunkaho band of the Chiricahua Apache, small, fierce people who lived free in the mountains. His father was Taklishim, a respected man. His mother was strong, teaching him the old ways. As a boy, he hunted, raided neighboring tribes, proved himself early. By 17, he led successful raids, earned respect in the Warriors' Council. But in 1851, some say 1858, everything changed. While Goyakala and other men traded in Juanos, Chihuahua, Mexico, 400 Mexican soldiers under Colonel Jose Maria Carrasco, they attacked his camp. They killed over 100 women and children. Among the dead, his mother, his wife Alope, and his 3 children. Goyakala returned to find the bodies. Grief turned to rage. He took the name Geronimo. Mexicans cried, Geronimo, Saint Jerome, in terror during his raids. He accepted it. From that day, he vowed vengeance on the Mexicans, and later on any who tried to cage his people. Let's take a rifle break. Loss like that breaks most men. Geronimo's family slaughtered, mother, wife, children gone in a single raid. He didn't break, he hardened. He turned pain into purpose. When the world takes everything, family, home, freedom, you choose. Surrender or fight. And Geronimo fought. That's the grit. Grief can fuel you if you let it drive, not destroy. But remember, vengeance is a long trail. It leads to more blood, and eventually to chains. Choose battles worth the cost. Act 2. The Crucible. From the 1850s through the 1870s, Geronimo raided deep into Mexico, Sonora, Chihuahua. He hit settlements, ranches, soldiers. No prisoners. Pure vengeance. He joined Cochise's Chiricahua in fights against encroaching Americans. Fought at Apache Pass, 1862. U.S. troops versus Cochise's band. After Cochise's death in 1874, the U.S. forced many Chiricahua to San Carlos Reservation, barren, disease-ridden hell. Geronimo refused. He broke out multiple times. 76, 78, 1881. He led raids, evaded capture. In May 1885 was his final breakout. With 35 men, 109 women and children, he fled San Carlos. The U.S. threw 5,000 troops, a quarter of their army, plus scouts to hunt him. He crossed into Mexico, raided, vanished into the Sierra Madres. March 1886, General George Cooke cornered him in Cañon de los Embudos, Sonora. Geronimo surrendered, was promised fair treatment, and returned to Arizona. But fear of betrayal hit. He bolted again. Last flight. Cooke was replaced by General Nelson Miles, and there was a relentless pursuit. Apache scouts like Chato tracked him. On September 4th, 1886, near Fort Bowie, Geronimo met Miles, handed over his rifle, surrendered. The last major Indian resistance ended. Time for a rifle break. A warrior fights for his people, his land, his way. Geronimo never quit. Raided, ran, outsmarted armies 10 times his size. But numbers win. When the enemy has endless men, guns, supplies, you adapt or you fall. He adapted longer than most. The lesson? Stand tall, but know when the fight's over. Surrender with honor if it saves your people. Pride can kill more than bullets. True strength is knowing when to live and fight another day. Act 3. The Cost and the Crown. After surrender, Geronimo and his band were shipped as prisoners of war. Florida first, Fort Marion, then Fort Vernon, Alabama. Hot, swampy, disease kill many. 1894, moved to Fort Sill, Oklahoma. He farmed, raised cattle, adapted. He became a celebrity. 1904 St. Louis World's Fair, sold photos, buttons. He rode in Theodore Roosevelt's 1905 inaugural parade. Dictated his own autobiography in 1906, Geronimo's story of his life. He told his side. He never returned to Arizona. He died February 17th, 1909, at Fort Sill. Pneumonia after falling from a horse. 79 years old. Buried in Apache prisoner of war cemetery. His skull later stolen. Rumors were it was Yale's skull and bones, but legend outlives bones. He became the icon, fierce defender, last free Indian warrior, a symbol of resistance against impossible odds. Here's the reckoning. Listen, brother. Geronimo wasn't a saint. He killed Mexicans, settlers, soldiers. But he fought for his people's freedom, their land, their way. Lost everything early. Family was massacred. He turned that loss into 30 years of defiance. He evaded armies, broke reservations, surrendered only when hope had died. Your lesson? Defend what's yours with everything. family, home, freedom. The frontier took no prisoners, and neither did he. But in the end, even the unbreakable bends. Fight hard, love deep, and when the war ends, live with the scars. Because legends are born in fire, and real men carry them. Next week we ride with Tom Horn, the range detective who killed for hire. Until then, stay hard, stay dangerous, and I'll see you on the trail.